I don't have any food to eat. Hey, this is Coach John. Thank you for watching this video. And in this video, this is going to conclude the most recent series of nutrition topics that I'm going to be talking about. And then we're going to move into some other topics. But the last two things I want to talk about are, and if you're doing these two things, you're most definitely ruining a lot of amazing results that you could be experiencing. And the first one is making deals with yourself. And I'll talk a little bit more about that in depth in a second. And then the second one is socializing. Maybe you have a lot of friends that like to go out and get drinks on a pretty regular basis, or maybe your whole family likes to go out twice a week for pizza or something like that. Or maybe you have friends at work that always go out for lunch. So we're going to talk about these two things, how to overcome them so you can see better results, not only with your health and fitness, but just with your quality of life, have better energy, better confidence, and things like that. Now, making deals with yourself is a tricky one. I'm guilty of this too, where I'll say, you know what, I'm going to eat this and I'll just double down on my workouts this week. And I'll do twice as much to make up for it. Or it's not that big of a deal. I'm already in a caloric deficit and I've been good all week. And so I'm going to splurge and not really follow my program on Sunday. And then before you know it, it kind of just snowballs. So really what you have a bad habit of doing is you take an inch and you create a mile out of it. And I'm the same way. So instead of saying, I'm good with this one cookie, you go, what's one more? What's one more? What's one more? And then you justify continuing after that by saying, I've already lost my whole day. I've already thrown it away. Might as well just keep going. So you end up eating like 15 cookies. I get you. Now you can understand how that's going to be a problem, right? But this is how we fix it. You need to have some honest dialogue with yourself on your strengths and your weaknesses. One of the hardest things for a lot of us is being honest with ourselves. That's why a lot of people can't commit to food logging, because they don't like admitting to themselves what they're actually eating. No one else is seeing it except yourself, but you don't log it because you don't want to talk to yourself about your bad habits. And so it's the same kind of conversation you're going to have with this. If you have a bad habit of taking an inch and running a mile with it, you need to sit down and say, look, when I get into these situations where I have the opportunity to take the inch, I have to have better self-discipline and not take the inch at all, because I know that if I take that inch, it's going to turn into a mile. And over the course of time, continuing to chip away at that bad habit. In order for you to start getting little wins so you can feel like you're moving forward, you need to improve your self-discipline, have better dialogue with yourself, and identify when those situations occur that make you want to take that inch, and you need to abstain from it, because it's going to move the needle a lot better for you. You're going to feel better with your progress because you're not taking those inches and turning them into miles. You'll have better results, which is only going to fuel your motivation to continue to push and to continue to do better. So that is the solution if you have a bad habit of making deals with yourself. Now, socializing, this is one of my favorite topics to have with individuals, because when you have a bad habit of eating a bunch of random stuff, when you go out and you're socializing with friends or family or coworkers, things like that, I can relate really, really well to that. And this is why, because doing what I do, being a fitness professional, business owner, and building up a successful company, it can be a little bit of a lonely road. I probably focus on my nutrition, probably a little bit more than the average person does. So outside of my family in the gym, which is all my clients and my staff and team, and my beautiful wife and my soon-to-be son, you know, my inner circle of close friends is relatively small, because being a leader can sometimes be a lonely road. And so when I go out and socialize, yes, of course, I'm compelled to want to fit in and eat what everybody else is eating and do what everybody else is doing. But here's the thing. This is why I relate to you, because you're on your own journey yourself. You're trying to improve your health. You're trying to get better. You're trying to create a new lifestyle for yourself. And you're trying to change who you are and your identity, how you relate with food, how you relate with your body composition, how you talk to yourself, your self-confidence. We could keep going. That is a different road than the average person. You need to understand that. 50% of the United States is overweight or obese. And so if you are pushing to move away from that statistic, you're already different than half of the other people around you. And so if you are out with your coworkers and everybody else is eating random, terrible, unhealthy things that you know you shouldn't be doing, it can be tempting to want to fit in with that because it's what everybody else is doing. But what everybody else is doing is contributing to their own results. And if you take a bird's eye view and you take a step back and you take a look at your friends, family, coworkers, and you say, do they have what I want? And the answer is no. Then you can't continue to go down the rabbit holes that they're going down, because you're going to end up exactly where they are. And if that's not something you want to be a part of, then you have to have better self-discipline and you have to do something different. Sometimes different is a little lonely, but being the leader has its own perks. And so when you step into that role and you step into those shoes and you say, you know what, I'm going to be a leader and I'm going to do my own thing. I'm going to do me, because what's most important is for me to be happy and me to move forward and do and be the best I can possibly be. The people around you are going to notice that, and you can inspire change. That's how amazing things happen in a community, is because somebody steps up and you inspire change from someone else who maybe is thinking about it but doesn't know how to get out of the rut. And so you can take on that role and you can do better and you can be better for yourself, but you can also be that role model for somebody else. A lot of people want to be that role model for their kids or significant other or family. And I'm one of those people because, I have a son coming and I want to show him what a healthy lifestyle can do for you. And at any point, I want him to understand that he has complete power over what his reality is. If you decide at any point to change your actions, you change your circumstances. You change your circumstances, you change your life, you change your life, you change your future. But the only way to do that is to choose to do something differently. So I hope this video helps you kind of clear the air on two really common but detrimental habits or mindsets that can really cause problems in a health and fitness journey, especially with nutrition. If you want to socialize, go socialize. But socializing is about the other person, not the food you're eating. So spend more time with that person, less time on the food that isn't talking back to you. If you are making deals with yourself, improve your self-discipline, have more internal dialogue with yourself, and stop taking that inch to begin with so you don't end up with that mile of regret later. And I hope this helps you. You can always get a hold of me any way you want, but the easiest way to do that is to click the link somewhere around this video and schedule a free consultation with me. And I'm happy to help you any way I can. You can join one of my online or offline programs here at the gym. If you want to comment below, I'd love to hear your thoughts. Be sure to leave a like, comment, subscribe to the social media platform that you're watching this on, because the social media gods love this stuff. And as always, stay happy, stay healthy, and I'll see you in the next video. I love you. Bye.